beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie Reneé, and I am a Juilliard trained opera singer. Do not forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe if you would like to see more reactions to this artist or group. And don't forget to check out the links in my description for perks, benefits, and behind the scenes you don't want to miss. All of my reactions are created live on Twitch during our live stream, so I hope I'll see you at the next one. But for now, let's get into this reaction. Here we go! This is the Bangles If She Knew What She Wants official video. I'm very excited to see this. Guys, let me know what you like and what you don't like, and Roy, let us know if there's anything else we need to know. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Everybody give a huge thank you to Roy P, and let's do it. If she knew what she wants. Here we go.
If she knew what she wants, if she knew what she needs, if she knew what she wants, if she knew what she wants, giving it to her.
She's got such an interesting voice. I didn't mention this yet because I wanted to hear a little bit more of her. In this one, it's actually a little bit different than even the one that we just watched, Eternal Flame. Her voice is very nasally, but not in a bad way. Sometimes I don't like the way that people go into their nasal quality because it's so far forward that it distracts from the rest of the song. But hers obviously fits this era and the musical style that she's in. So it's really, really cool to listen to, because the last one in the Eternal Flame, it was like, an eternal flame, whatever the chorus goes like I said, I've never heard it before, but she had this an eternal flame, kind of a nasally aspect to it, but it fit the song very, very well. And then in this one, it's similar, it's very similar. Her voice hasn't changed necessarily, but she's singing it a little bit differently. Listen to this and I'll show you what I mean. So, if she knew what she wants, she's opening up her throat just a little bit more in this one. So she's letting the sound go through her mouth more so than she's letting it go through her nasal cavity. And it's interesting because it creates kind of, it is a little bit warmer, but it's also not as young of a sound. It's a slightly more mature sound, which I really like. And for this kind of a song, I guess it makes sense. It sounds gorgeous and I really like it. But it's interesting to see how she's manipulating her vocals for different songs. I don't know if this is necessarily because she's in a different time period for this song than the other one, or whether she's like gotten more experience singing, or whether she wanted a different sound. I don't know. It's impossible to kind of know unless you talk to the vocalist, which is why it's exciting to talk to vocalists and get, you know, those kinds of ideas of why they did something. But in this case, it's still interesting to point out because it is different. It's so different. Like, she really is opening her vowels more in this. I don't know if it's in a different time that she recorded this, but like, she's open to change. Even the way that she says change is different than what she would have said in the other one. It's so fascinating. To me, it's like a huge difference. I know it might not sound enormous to some others, but hopefully you can hear what I'm talking about. The way that she's singing this is so different. It's not as young and poppy and in the nasal passage. It's like so different. Giving it to her. And it's not like she's not giving that at all. I mean, she is using that resonance still. She has that same kind of vocal quality and she does sing in that way, but there's so much more expansion in the way that she's holding her tongue and the way that she's kind of letting her resonance and the vowels come out of her mouth. It's awesome. I love it.
I'd say her values are corrupted, but she's open to change. Then one day she's satisfied, and the next I find her crying, and it's nothing she can explain.
See? Even the explain, different sound.
If she knew what she wants, if she knew what she needs, if she knew what she wants, if she knew what she wants, giving it to her,
I will also say she does sing in this kind of pingy part of her voice, but she is singing actually in a lower general range than a lot of singers do, especially these days. A lot of singers you'll find that keys are really, really high because they're all like soprano singers that belt really, really extremely high. But she has a very powerful voice, and this is in her key, and it's very like, do what she wants and do, 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 do. Like it's all going in that middle kind of register versus at the top or higher part of the staff. It's pretty interesting. At least I think. Hold on, I should probably like check that. I said that out loud and I'm like, wait, hold on. F sharp 4. Oh yeah, exactly. The F sharp 4 is at the bottom of the staff. So I was right. The F sharp 4 is like literally if you have a staff of music. I should pull up a staff of music. This is the staff of music. I'll actually pull up this one. This one's more clear. So this is E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. So that bottom note, the first note that you see there is an E. Typically people start from middle C, which is 2 notes below that, and it'll be a little circle with a line through it, but it sits below the staff. That's called a below the staff sitting note. Then D is also below the staff, but it's just underneath it. It's literally the last note below the staff before you get onto the staff with an E note. Then E goes up to F, and this is F4. So basically on a piano or within the octaves, there's different octaves of these notes. So once you get onto the staff, they typically range those notes from the number 4 to the number 5, because right here in the middle of the staff, right above the third line, is the second C, or which is called C5. If you're starting at C4, which is where typically, like that's called middle C because it's the middle of all of those numbers, it's C4. If you go up to C5, that's where the staff changes over, and then it's D5, E5, F5, which is different from down here, which is C4, D4, E4, and then, you know, continuing on until C5. So I hope that makes a little bit of a clarification there. But what I was saying is that her range is actually lying around this area. So these down below the staff, that C4 that I was telling you about, middle C and maybe even lower than that. And then only going up to about an F. I mean, she'll go higher, I'm sure. Like maybe she can go up to a B or C. And I'm sure she has high notes because her voice is very flexible and she has a good range. But she's typically sitting around there in her pop songs. Whereas a lot of pop singers these days will bring that up and be in the higher range. And typically like the more soprano range, you wouldn't necessarily get up here unless you're doing like whistle tones. Like Ariana Grande would definitely get up there. Mariah Carey, you know, when they go really high in their range. But typically they sit in this like middle upper. In this case, she's sitting in the middle lower or even below the staff, which is a really cool thing. So hopefully that helps you. Anyway, so that's the story of what I was talking about with her range. I was surprised by that because typically, like I said, newer pop singers sing higher. So this is cool. I like hearing this lower range pop singing. All right, let's keep on listening. Okay, I like that bridge. That goes away from like what the rest of the song was doing. This was a nice kind of breakaway from that. They had the little solo and then they went into that bridge and it's so different. And I appreciate it. And the lyrics are interesting to listen to. It kind of gives you a story in your head, like a picture. I'm kind of imagining a girl now. At first I was imagining a girl, but it's just like one thing. And then now they added another dimension to it, which I like. Ooh, that's cool.
No sense thinking I could rehabilitate her when she's fine, fine, fine. She's got so many ideas traveling around in her head. She doesn't need nothing from mine.
I like that a lot.
If she knew what she
And then back to the chorus.
If she knew
Love that.
what she needs, if she knew what she wants, if she knew what she wants, he'd be giving it to her, giving it to her. She wants everything, but there's nothing he wants. He's crazy for this girl. If she knew what she wants, he'd be giving it to her, giving it to her. He'd be giving it to her. He can give her that to her.
Nice. Another great song. They haven't missed yet for me. I mean, it's just good music. Am I wrong? Anybody disagree? I think it's really great. I really am enjoying every single thing that they've put out so far. I mean, that we've gotten on the channel so far, these 3 reactions that we've done. I think that they're really talented in songwriting. I loved that bridge, especially in this song, because it made it much more interesting and added an additional layer to the song, which is always fun. It gave me that spark that I needed to make it even more exciting. But even without it, it's just a gorgeous piece, and I love the chorus. I love how catchy it is. I love the sound of them. The whole thing is just really well done. Thank you so much, Roy, for sponsoring this video. That was absolutely beautiful. Love it! If you enjoyed this video and would like to see another one of my reactions to this artist or group, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what video I should watch next. Also, be sure to join us on Twitch for our weekly live streams of music, reactions, and more. Don't forget to check out the links down below in my description for exclusive behind-the-scenes perks and benefits. I am sending you all so much love, and I will see you in the next video.